While no one expected New York to be in the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes, a lot of people thought they were just going to be a mediocre play-in team. But as I record this video, the Knicks are a top 5 seed in the Eastern Conference with a 39-27 record, and I think it's about time that I talk about this team and answer the question of how good do I think the Knicks are. But yeah, before we do get started, hit that like button if you guys end up enjoying it, since it really helps out the channel. And of course, subscribe if you guys are new and you guys enjoy this type of content, so you don't miss out on any new videos like this. But without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get this video started. Now, we should start off by talking about the Knicks' two best players, in Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle, and I'll start off with Jalen Brunson. Now, when the Knicks signed him to a 4-year, $104 million contract in the 2022 offseason, a lot of people, including myself, I guess you could say the whole NBA virtually, including a lot of New York fans, they were clowning the Knicks, and they thought that it was just a massive overpay, because while Jalen Brunson was certainly a good player, paying him $27 million or so, or $25 million plus, people thought that was just an overpay, never really viewed him as an all-star level player. But this man has been, he definitely listened to those doubters, and he has been proving them wrong. I mean, this year, he has been playing like a real all-star this year. He's been averaging 24 points per game and 6 assists while shooting 47% from the field and 41% from downtown. Jalen Brunson has been, simply put, he's been amazing, and I'm ready to admit it. I was wrong about Jalen Brunson. I definitely owe that man an apology. He has been extremely good this year, and while he did not make the All-Star team, he is a legit All-Star level player. And again, he's been extremely good. Right now, the Knicks, they have they're top 4 in offensive rating, or top 5. And Jalen Brunson is a massive reason why. He has had a truly massive impact for them offensively. One of the biggest issues with New York last year was the fact that they were really weak at point guard, and they lacked a true, a true point guard, basically. And yeah, in the offseason, they did everything they could to get Jalen, and it has really really worked out for them. And yeah, again, Jalen Brunson, I'm truly sorry for everything I said about you during that summer. Yeah, clowning you and all that, but, well, clowning the organization and all that, but yeah, again, Jalen Brunson, he's just been really good. That's really all I can say about him. Now, as for Julius Randle, he's also been on, I guess you could say, a revenge tour, one of his, a revenge tour by himself, you know? Julius Randle in the 2021 season had a breakout year, as he went from just a mediocre empty stats guy to, an all-NBA level player. He was legitimately that great that year, besides the playoffs. But Julius Randle was, yeah, he was really good in 2021, but he was pretty bad in 2022, and really went back to being that mediocre, stat-padding, empty stat type guy. But this year, Julius Randle has really looked like that all-star level player. I mean, the guy, he's been averaging, I think, 26, 4 and 10 on 46, 35, 76 splits. He's been really good as a scorer. I think he's still a solid playmaker, a great rebounder, and, he's been playing like a legitimate all-star. In fact, he made the all-star game this past year, and I think he was definitely deserving of it. Now, I'll admit, there were a few guys that I felt probably should have made it over him, but at the same time, Julius Randle, he was definitely playing like an all-star level guy, and yeah, he's definitely, yeah, but yeah, he's been playing extremely well this year. And going back to Jalen Brunson, I think, having Jalen Brunson really helped him out a lot last year, because, helped him a lot this year, because, last year, the Knicks, because they lacked a true point guard, I mean, Julius Randle had to do basically all the offensive creation. I mean, the whole defense could pretty much just focus on him, and as a result, it was harder for him to, just do stuff offensively. But having a true playmaker in Jalen Brunson has done, just miracles for him. So, yeah, Julius Randle, I gotta give it to you. You have been gotta give it to him. He has been playing absolutely amazing. Now I have to say, RJ Barrett, he has been a really underwhelming number 3 pick. I was hoping for more. I mean, out of a guy who was as hyped up as RJ Barrett. In fact, I thought he was gonna break out this year and win like most improved player and be like a legitimate all-star this year. But yeah, nonetheless, while RJ Barrett certainly is yet to take that leap, and I don't even know if he will at this point. I really hope it happens, but who knows if it does. RJ Barrett's still a good player, even if he's kind of just remained like constant for most of his career. I think he is still a pretty solid scorer. I'll admit the efficiency can be a little bit iffy, but he's capable of doing it on solid efficiency sometimes. I think his defense is pretty solid. RJ Barrett, he is a solid player. Now, again, I want to see him take that leap, and I'm sure New York fans also want to see it. But hey, RJ Barrett, again, he's been really good, and he definitely deserves to, he's been decent for them, and I think he definitely deserves his fair share of credit when it comes to the Knicks' success this year. Now, after those 3 guys, I do want to go over some of the key role players. Emmanuel Quickley, after sophomore slump, has been having a pretty good third season for them. He also had a good rookie year, but yeah, Emmanuel Quickley has performed well for them as a good backup guard, averaging 13, 3, and 4 on 45, 36, 82 splits. You also got Josh Hart, and he was the Knicks acquired him at the trade deadline when they traded Cam Reddish to Portland and got Josh Hart. And Josh Hart, he is one of the more underrated role players in the league. He can do a variety of things, whether that be like stretch the floor, defend. He's a really good rebounder, and also, I mean, the guy makes for some pretty good reaction memes as well. But yeah, Josh Hart, I really like him, and he's been balling for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson, he is nothing flashy, just a good traditional big, but I think he is a solid center. He's a good rim protector. He's a good rebounder. And he's also a pretty good lob threat. And the last role player I got is Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes, he's mostly just a good 3-and-D wing. And I mean, hey, you need 3-and-D wings to survive in today's league. And yeah, Quentin Grimes, he's a good role player. So, pretty much what I gotta say for the individual players. Now, when I look at the Knicks, I see a team with like 2 all-star level players, definitely a good amount of like solid role players. They got they're top 5 in offensive net rating. They got a pretty good offense. I think their defense is still very solid, and the Knicks are legitimately like a really good team. They are I don't think it's really any sort of fluke. They definitely are good, and got to give them credit for how they're playing this year. And I do think Tom Thibodeau, I got my negatives with him, but he definitely is a pretty good defensive mind. He definitely has some positives about him. But yeah, now I want to answer the question: how good are the Knicks? Now, in my opinion, I do think New York is, again, a legitimately good team. I think they are going to finish the year as a top 5 to 6 seed in the Eastern Conference. I think they are good. And I think they are very capable of winning, like, a playoff series, maybe even 2. But, while I do think they are certainly pretty good, I don't really view them as, like, a serious championship contender. Maybe they could make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but even though I don't think they're better than the Celtics. I don't think they're better than the Bucks. I think the Cavs are a better squad. The 76ers, I would say they are a better team, like on paper and all that. But Doc Rivers in the playoffs, Doc Rivers is a playoff choker. So maybe the Knicks could find a way to actually pull off an upset. But yeah, the reason why I say they aren't contenders is because I don't think they really have the talent of being a contender, and I also just don't think either Julius Randle or Jalen Brunson are number 1 options on championship level teams. Albeit, I do think they are good teams, though, good players though. But hey man, if you are a Knicks fan, you gotta be happy with how this year has gone. They have been a massive surprise. You could witness your team possibly win a playoff series. That could definitely happen. And, the Knicks, this has been a successful year. So after this season, they could use this to, possibly build like a championship contender. Maybe they find a way to make a move that puts them into that conversation of being one of the best teams in the league. But yeah, the Knicks, again, they've been a massive surprise. I gotta give them a lot of credit, and maybe the future could be bright in New York after all. But pretty much all I gotta say for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. It really means a lot. Again, like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and check me out on social media. The links to my Twitter and Instagram, they're in the description below. But hey, without further ado, I'm out, you guys.